Hello and welcome everybody. So one of the main reasons we're on this earth is to learn how to speak vibration. This could come from, any grief, guilt, anxiety, depression, any of this kind of stuff we face during the day. So what we're doing is we're being alchemy. In other words, it's the transmutation of energy. Okay, I've talked about this before, like letting stuff go. So really what we're doing when we're transmuting is taking the energy that it was holding over us, like the depression, guilt, greed, all that stuff, and we're taking that energy that was holding over us, and it literally, once we let it go and literally let it go, fall back, not don't think about it no more, accept the fact that it happened. Then this energy lifts you up. It lifts your spirit, your shakti, your natural spirit that flows through you. There's literally yogis on the planet that can sit there breathless for days, just consumed in like this internal hurricane of energy that flows through them to where they can't even breathe. I mean, it's crazy. Like, and this starts slowly. As you start doing this, you'll feel lighter during the day. You'll feel like you got a little more energy. All this adds up over time. And this goes back to the ancient days, like before there was religions, like the first, some of the first churches. Like the reason they said you should go to church every Sunday is because they had like those big, the piano things with the big pipes and all that. Well, the sounds that those were emitting was actually helping you to release the energy that you had built up for the week. So that's why they say you should go to church every Sunday, is because the pipes, all the energy would help you release all the stuff you've been gaining up through the week. But the more we handle things, say like fear, greed, guilt, all that stuff, as you start letting it go, it starts to not bother you anymore. It starts to understand that when it comes around you, you're not going to entertain it. You're not going to feed the energy, in other words, to help it grow. So it's going to start just going to other people where it knows it can grow. That's why, your life can literally change, even if the big money doesn't come and all that. Like if you could just have a nice steady life where, all the major traumatic and all this and that, always happening, just have a nice smooth life every day. If nothing else, the way we feel inside, that's the whole key. That's what the Shakti gives you as you work through this. It's blissful ecstasy energy, so, if you even look at the fact, every time we go to sleep at night, we're going into Shakti. Once you're in the REM, that REM sleep, you're literally charging your body with energy, the divine energy, like a big piece of electrical equipment. So I love y'all. We'll see you on the next one.